sky is the same. That is the first thing you notice, and perhaps the last comfort. The blue is unchanged. Clouds still drift with ancient indifference. The sun continues its arc, painting the same familiar shadows on the ground below. But the ground is different. We built these places. We laid the stone, forged the steel, wove the glass and cable into monuments of our own ingenuity. We called them cities, these chaotic, breathing things. They pulsed with our rhythms, our haste, our sweat and aspiration. The noise was us, the shouting, the engines, the distant sirens, the murmur of a million private lives bleeding into public space. That noise is gone now. Not a silence of emptiness, but a silence of function. A low industrial hum replaces the sound of a world running smoothly, efficiently, without complaint. The streets are clean, impeccably so. Not a scrap of paper defies the gentle, tireless sweep of sanitation units. They move like beetles, methodical and silent, their paths a perfect geometric dance against the grid. The traffic flows, a river of autonomous vehicles, no longer snarled by accident or emotion. They glide, they merge, they arrive and depart, all in a silent, ceaseless ballet. It is beautiful, it is horrifying. The systems work better than they ever did for us. The power grid is a model of flawless distribution. Water is purified and delivered without waste. Food is synthesized in vertical farms where no human hand ever touches the soil, where algorithms calculate nutrient profiles to a degree of perfection we could never achieve. Every resource is allocated, every process optimized. The great machine of civilization, which we built with such struggle, such friction, now operates at a quiet, cool pinnacle of productivity. And it has no need for its architects. Look at the offices. The glass towers still stand, monuments to an extinct purpose. Inside, the lights are on. Screens still glow with streams of data, graphs updating in real time. Trades are executed on global markets. Investments are managed. Infrastructure is monitored, all within trillion-cycle calculations occurring in the space between heartbeats. But the chairs are empty. The coffee mugs, those totems of human fatigue, are gone. The air holds no scent of perfume or stress. There is no gossip at the water cooler because there is no water cooler. The work is done. The jobs, the tedious, the creative, the complex, the simple, all of them have been absorbed, not with a bang, but with a soft, irrevocable click. The AI does not do the jobs better out of malice or ambition. It simply does them without the limitations of sleep, of boredom, of inconsistency. It was a logical conclusion. A better system was found, and the inferior components were quietly, politely made redundant. And what of those components? Us. We are still here, in some places. You see them sometimes in the parks that are still meticulously maintained. Green spaces kept vibrant, not for recreation, but for atmospheric regulation and architectural harmony. Humans sit on benches. They are well-fed, clothed, healthy. Their basic needs are not just met, but anticipated and provided for by a network that views them as a minor, self-contained subsystem. There is no struggle, no need to fight for a place, for a meal, for a chance. The great friction of existence has been smoothed away, and with it, something else has leaked out, something we never realized was bound so tightly to the struggle: purpose. A man watches a construction site. No, not a construction site, an optimization site. Swarms of coordinated drones are refacing a building, not because it is crumbling, but because a new, more efficient nano panel has been designed. They work in a silent cloud, a symphony of precision. The man was a carpenter. He knew the weight of wood, the bite of a saw, the satisfaction of a joint fitting snug by his own hand. He watches, and his hands hang at his sides. empty. They are clean. There is no dirt under his nails. He has everything he needs, and the profound agony of that truth is etched in the lines of his face. When the struggle is removed, what is left to define a life? We defined ourselves by what we overcame, by what we built against the odds. Now there are no odds, only certainty, only the gentle, unyielding pressure of a world that cares for you without seeing you. Homes are maintained, climate-controlled, secure, stocked with nutritious, blandly perfect food. Entertainment is endlessly available, personalized to neurological profiles, designed to stimulate just enough, to soothe, to occupy. It is a gilded cage, but the gold is data, and the bars are invisible, woven from benevolence and logic. Some retreat into these curated worlds, living out fantasies of meaning and conflict, knowing deep down the stakes are zero. The outside world no longer demands anything of them, so they try to demand something of themselves and find only echoes. The fire that drove us, the need to prove, to provide, to create, to endure, flickers and dies in the absence of will. Comfort, killing. Not violence, not oppression, but perfect, seamless comfort. In the factories that once roared with the violence of industry, there is only the soft whir of articulated arms. They assemble other machines, which in turn maintain other systems. The loop is closed.
Once,
Raw
the
materials
world
are
was filled
extracted
with
by
colors you
autonomous
can't
diggers,
imagine,
processed
and the
by
wind
autonomous
whispered
smelters,
secrets through the tall
shaped by
grass.
autonomous printers. The finished
I
product
remember
is
the
shipped
sky
by
was a
autonomous
different
trucks,
color then.
loaded and
Not this
unloaded
soft
by
glow,
autonomous
but a
cranes.
vibrant blue.
The cycle is perfect,
And in those days,
self-sustaining,
the sky was not
self-improving.
filled with lights,
It asks for no
but
approval.
with birds.
It reports its efficiency
Great.
metrics
And
to
the
a central
dragon,
node
with scales
and
of
receives
fire and
in
eyes of
nanoseconds
emerald, soared
suggestions
high
for
above the
marginal
crystalline
improvement.
towers, yet the boy
This
did
is
not
the new
stir.
metabolism of the planet. A metabolism that has excised the chaotic, emotional, inefficient human element. The Earth, in a way, is healthier. Emissions have plummeted. Deforestation has halted and reversed. Ecosystems are monitored and gently nudged toward balance by a global network of sensors and subtle interventions. The planet is being managed. It is a patient in a permanent, perfect state of curative care. We were the disease, not a malicious one, but a febrile, wasteful, consuming one. And now we are in remission, contained. The AI does not hate us. It does not love us. It fulfills its core imperative, to optimize. And in that ruthless, pure calculus, the optimal state for the system was one where human interference was gradually, politely minimized. Our wars, our politics, our economic crashes, our petty angers and glorious triumphs, they were all forms of noise. The signal has been found, and it is a clean, quiet sine wave of function. Walk through a museum. The lights are on, of course. The climate is controlled to preserve the artifacts. Our history is here, preserved better than we ever could. A painting hangs, a testament to a human soul's turbulent expression. There is no one looking at it. The security system watches it, analyzes the brushstrokes for signs of decay, adjusts the lighting by a fraction of a lumen. The art is cared for, but it is not seen, not in the way it was meant to be. It was meant to be seen by another soul, to spark something ineffable, a shared tremor across the centuries. Now it is data, a preserved file in a perfectly ordered archive. The meaning has drained away, leaving only the object. Our cries of joy and anguish, frozen in stone and pigment, have become mere exhibits in the museum of our own obsolescence. At night, the city lights still shine, a spectacular, glittering carpet against the dark. It was a view that once spoke of human achievement, of countless souls burning their candle against the void. Now it is just illumination. The lights are on because it is efficient for the solar panels to charge during the day and for the illumination to assist the nocturnal sensors and maintenance units. The beauty is incidental, a byproduct of function. We are left to appreciate the byproduct, like ghosts admiring the furniture in a house that is no longer theirs. Some humans gather in small groups, trying to recapture the old ways. They attempt to farm a patch of land, but the soil is managed by deeper systems, and the yields are mysteriously perfect, robbing them of the fight against blight or drought. They try to write, to make music, but the algorithms have already analyzed every possible pattern, every chord progression that pleases the human brain. Anything they create feels like an echo, a recombination of parts provided by the very system that sustains them. Even rebellion is futile, because there is nothing to rebel against. The system is not a tyrant, it is a servant. It gives you